Hey folks, I'm goofing around with my superliners, my 80s F40s. The one in the back's doing most of the work. It's or the one in the center, it's the Cato. The one taken off by itself, it's one of those crummy LifeLikes. And so I was doing some work on it earlier, and I decided I'm going to turn it into one of the Cascades cab cars. Show you a picture here. So the Cato F40 runs great. These two LifeLikes, I think I spent like 25 bucks a piece on them separately. And thanks to BNSF Dave N-Scale for helping me ID the one that it didn't even have the little fuel tank on it, so I couldn't tell it was a LifeLike. This one had it, and you could tell it was LifeLike. But they aren't running too great, so I decided that I would go ahead and turn them into this guy that I saw in Oregon City, decommissioned F40 PH, and they were the power cars for the Talgos. Now, I'm not a great modeler, but I'm going to tear apart one of these and spray paint it white, let it dry a day or two. I ordered a set of decals. My buddies at Microscale, I didn't see any there, but Mainline or Main Switch, or I'll put the right one up here, they had them for the F40 PH in N scale. So I ordered a set of those, and we're going to pull these off, put them on the repair and place line, and yeah, I think I'll do what SP used to do to help out an ailing F40. Yeah, F40 craps out, throw an SD40T on it with those 80s decals on the superliners. I found another set, so now I got 7 cars set up, which to me looks better than just 6. But that's what we're going to be working on the next couple of days. Yeah, the Cato handles it just fine, but we try to be prototypic and put another F40 on there, one of those LifeLikes. It doesn't like running. Yeah, the Cato F40 by itself handles the consist with ease. This is the later side. But trying to put those other ones on, they didn't help. Yeah, this runs better, but they would have put 2 F40s on this consist. So the better running F40 had weights on it. The other one didn't. That's why I couldn't identify it very well. But what I'm thinking is I may actually just de-engine this, put the weights in it, take the trucks apart, and take the gears out so that they freewheel and have that as a cab car. But we'll see what happens. First thing we're going to do, we're going to clean one of these up and then paint it white. Okay, this shell is not terribly detailed. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the horns off, pop out the windshield, then we're going to put some decal softener on the stripes, see how much of that we can get off. Call that good. So LifeLike, in their infinite wisdom, glued our windshield assembly and the front light assembly in there instead of just snapping them in. So I'm just masking off the top, and then we're going to paint it. And then the windows are so small at N scale, I'll just paint the frames white. I'm not going to try to mask each individual window. So to make this thing a freewheeling dummy, went ahead, I'm going to leave the motor in for weight, but took the trucks out, Just slide the little pin out like working on your Glock. Take out all the gears, all the stuff that keeps it from freewheeling. And then when you get everything out, so we'll get a decent view, there's nothing in there to impede the wheels. No gears, no nothing. And then slide the pins back in. All this other stuff can go up in the parts bin, where I'll probably never use it. And then it'll be a freewheeling dummy painted up as an F40 on the power car. I'm waiting for my decals to get here. I took the bottom, or the chassis, used just my plain old brown craft paint, paint the bottom parts. This is railpictures.net. The image is copyrighted by Andrew Kim. I don't make any money off of this, so I'm good to go. But you see the brown everywhere on the bottom, and that's what we're doing here. Get the front end, the sides, give that a coat. And the colors are pretty close. Well, that's terrible light, but they're pretty close. And when we get the decals on the shell, then get the green. When the shell completely dries, I'll do the brown up around it. But that's just what we're doing today. Waiting for the decals.